What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Derek.
And I'm Kevin.
And together we're last week's album, The Only Reviews, with two different views. And this week we're talking about the album Leaper by Beliefs and asking the big question, are they shoegazing at loafers or sneakers? But before we go any further, we're going to start things off like we always do, drinking a beer. Cheers, Kevin, and cheers, everyone at home.
Cheers, Derek, and everyone at home.
All right, so Beliefs is a Toronto-based trio that formed in 2010. They've released some EPs and a full-length Untitled, that is the name of it, Untitled, in 2012. So here they are, kind of making a name for themselves in the shoegaze genre. And here they are with their sophomore effort, Leaper. So there's background. Kevin, why don't you start us off on Sounds Like?
Sure, Derek. I think Leaper sounds like Silversun pickups and Depeche Mode zoning out in a hazy daydream. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I am. If you read some of the headlines out there on these guys, that'll shape kind of the first part of my Sounds Like. But I think Belief sounds like authoritative guidance on shoegaze, or the Get Up Kids get a pair. If there are any Get Up Kid fans out there and they happen to be watching our video, we might be getting some hate comments, Kevin. Just throwing it out there. All right, so key tracks, what did you have?
I've got opening track Tidal Wave and then Leave With You, number 9.
Those are good. Actually, I had the second one, 1992. And the title track, Leaper. So why don't you start us off with the album opener?
Sure. Tidal Wave has some really nice reeling, fuzzy guitars, reverbed vocals, pulsing drums, which kind of all become hallmarks of the band throughout this album. There's a really nice line. He sings, "In this tide, I'm a wave," which within the context of the song seems to center around a breakup. So the main character, it sounds like, feels like maybe one in a long line of lovers. And I like this track because it's dreamy but still driving. It's got some good energy behind it. What about 1992, Derek?
Yeah, this one features a rising, falling guitar riff, thumping bass guitar, punchy drums. The chorus features a really catchy vocal melody that's much brighter by comparison to the verses. And that's done over groaning guitar, splashing cymbals. Really kind of interesting lyrics. One I liked in particular, he says, "I don't try to trust the answer. I don't trust my whole disaster. You shouldn't taste just like honey. I shouldn't fear what's right in front of me." And the music video I thought was hilarious. It features subtitles that read like karaoke text. So, I mean, that's just a great music video concept.
Yeah, that was nice. I saw that. Next up for me is number 9. It's called Leave With You, and this is one of the faster, more vibrant tracks on the album. It hits on all the album's themes of love and nostalgia and ennui. There's a really good line where he says, "Sun is out, burning off our bridges, followed you, dreaming me." And this track is bright and airy, but still got plenty of their trademark fuzz, and I dug it for those reasons. And what about the title track, Derek?
Leaper, yeah, so, obviously we're not going in order as this one is the 5th track. This one really features shimmering guitars, pounding cymbal, bass, snare, drums, ambient sounds. The guitars really are much more subtle during the verses. And the bridge, which kind of goes on for a while, features some spoken word verses over mesmerizing ambient noises and guitars. One line that just stuck out to me there, they said, "I am spun, but I am the web." So just really interesting lyrics there. Even in the spoken phrase, they do it. All right, so that brings us to best lyric. Kevin, what did you have?
I've got a line from Go Ahead and Sleep where they sing, "Go and walk away, leave me with a trail of something only you alone could see." And I thought this just nails their sort of introspective, tense lyrics. It's poetic, but it's still really conversational, and hits on the album's themes of love and interdependence. What about you, Derek?
Wow. To echo a lot of those same themes, This one comes from a song called "Color of Your Name," which I thought just the track title there itself was great. But he says, "Would you call me out if I can't read the rules? Or would you let me play the game of truths?" So again, just a very tense, interpersonal, conversational, poetic at the same time. So again, another great example of those points you just mentioned. All right, so that brings us to overall rating and the big question: are they shoegazing at loafers or sneakers? Kevin, why don't you start us off?
Sure. I will start with rating, I think. On the pro side, I think they nail the 90s and 2000s shoegaze sound. If you like Silversun pickups, Depeche Mode, you're going to like this album. On the con side, I didn't think they did anything that interesting or inventive. They use a lot of the same tools and formulas, and the songs really end up blurring together for those reasons. So I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. And are they shoegazing at loafers or sneakers? I think loafers. I think they're kind of wandering aimlessly. Definitely not pushing themselves like they might be if they were staring down at sneakers. What do you think, Derek?
I'm going to agree with you on loafers. But when I was thinking about that, I was thinking it was more, more mature type viewpoints on songs and not necessarily, functionality of footwear. Just pointing that out.
Okay.
I thought they from an overall rating perspective, I thought they had really good sound textures, especially with the guitars and ambient sounds, vocals as well. But I thought sometimes the vocals were a little too buried, so it made it difficult to kind of understand the lyrics at times. I thought it was good they kind of gave themselves space to explore their sound, but then again, I think you're right in it didn't go too far. In an exploration type sense, maybe nothing new. This one's been hyped up pretty a lot in some places, but I think they show some promise, and I think the more they kind of focus some of these energies and go outside, color outside the lines, if you will. There's great potential there. So that being said, I'm giving this one a 3 out of 5. So that's a combined 5 out of 10. So beliefs, leaper, maybe take a leap of faith on this one, especially if you like shoegaze or loafer gaze.
You heard it here first.
All right. Yeah, there you have it. Thanks again for joining us here at last week's album. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube or on the podcast. Once again, last week's album, the only reviews with 2 different views. As always, I'm Derek.
And I'm Kevin.
Cheers, guys.